Information for people in danger of being deported from Germany. Welcome to Tochi's channel. If it is your first time of stopping by or coming across this channel for the first time, you are highly welcome. Please, after watching the video, if you like it and the channel, subscribe and put on your notification bell. Like you all know, I talk about life in Germany. I give information to people who want to know more about Germany, either to come here to work or to relocate. And a lot of you may say, why am I always making videos on deportation issue? Yeah, this is what is trending. This is what is happening live and direct in Germany. A lot of people, a lot of immigrants are being deported. I think it's a wise thing for me to bring information to you so that anywhere you are, you will know how to adjust yourself. Do not see it as if I am finding pleasure in doing it, but also helping you. This is a collection of information which can be of advantage for people with dundun, that is suspension, and or who are in danger of deportation. I want to show you what your rights are, what is possible if the laws don't protect you anymore, and what helps other people to improve their situation, seek for support, and build a network. So this is what I'll be doing in this video, just giving you information, not to create fear or anything, but rather trying to give some help to people in this situation. If your official request for asylum gets denied, that is negative or behind decision, try to go to an independent information center or to a lawyer you trust. Like before I continue, somebody asked me a question the other in my previous video. The person said he has been, I don't know if it is a male or female, that he has been denied, that should he appeal? Yes, of course, they give you opportunity to appeal if your asylum has been denied. Often the deadline to react to a refused asylum is 1 week. Your resident admittance, that is Aufenthaltserlaubnis, will get invalid if you don't respond to the refused asylum letter, and you will get a dundum, that is suspension, instead from the Ausländer beholder, that is immigration center. This means that the legal status of your residency is insecure. The handing out of a dundum is one of the first things that happens before a deportation. But don't panic. There are people who have lived lots of years in Germany with dundum. Yes, I made a video about dundum. Since people do not understand it very well, maybe I will make a complete video about dundum so that people that is having this will need to know it. Now let's look into dundum a bit. What is a dundum? A dundum, that is suspicion, is not a resident permit. The word dund means that the deportation has been postponed until the obstacle for the deportation, that is a severe disease, a lack of papers, pregnancy, are out of the way. If you have a dundun and there are no obstacle, you can be deported. There is no time limit to living with a dundun instead of a resident permit. The Ausländer beholder can extend your dundun for 6 months maximum each time you go there. If there are special circumstances like an apprenticeship, it can be up to 3 years. Now, people have been asking, I have dundum, what should I do? If you have a apprenticeship dundum, that one I think is a little bit fair because they will be postponing it. And if you eventually finish your house building or whatever you are doing, it will give you the opportunity to stay longer in Germany. Another thing we are going to look into this is deportation and its consequences. Different kinds of deportation have different consequences for you. This depends on if you leave voluntarily, that is free will, if you are deported by force to your home country, or if you are told to go or deported to another European country because of the Dublin Third regulation. The voluntary return and the deportation to your home country are initially blocking the way for you to get a right to stay in Germany and the EU. But if you are getting transferred to another European country because of the Dublin third regulation, you are entitled to get a chance of appealing for asylum in that country unless you already had a denied asylum request in the said country. Now let's look at what a voluntarily leave option, free ways. If you receive a negative decision on your asylum request, that is negative AC bescheid, you are often asked to leave the country voluntarily, that is free will. If you follow the request to leave voluntarily, you will give up your request for asylum in Germany. You will only have chances for asylum after a long time and with new reasons. Do get qualified consultants about this. If you decide to leave voluntarily, you should notify the householder beholder about this as soon as possible. The householder beholder decides on a date until you have to leave. Unless people receive a time limit of 30 days, either deport you. However, the request to leave is not a deportation notice. If your application is declared as illegitimate, or as obvious unfounded, often you have only 1 week to leave. If you leave voluntarily, the householder beholder can suspend your entry up to 3 years under given circumstances. This makes it difficult to receive Germany legally. So what I understood here, if you are asked to leave voluntarily and you refuse and they deport you by force, they will ban you not to enter Germany for some years before you can enter Germany again. So deportation to country of origin. Now when they take the person to the country of origin, in case of a deportation, the police can force you physically to leave Germany. The deportation will be registered with your identity by saving your fingerprints, and this data can be accessed across European. Even additional data about you can be saved. In the case of a deportation, the cost of it are regularly charged on the deport person. This does not apply for deportation. According to the Dublin Decree, to cover the cost, any amount of cash and valuable items you carry on your person can be taken in as quarantine. If you cannot pay the cost, they are noted as debt. In some cases, the charging of deportation costs can be avoided. Therefore, you should seek a lawyer for consultancy. The cost of deportation remain. If you come back to Germany at a letter permit, the issuing of a late resident permit can be made. Depends on the payment of the debt or your engagement to pay them in future. So I hope somebody is getting what I'm saying, and I believe you find this useful, because I have been getting a lot of information regarding to it. Some people think it's a lie, while those that are experiencing it, they know that what I'm saying is the truth. This is happening in Germany, and I was even surprised for the fact that we are in lockdown and this is still going on. If you find the video useful, please subscribe and turn on your notification. I will continue next time. Until we meet again in my next video, I will say bye bye.